Welcome to episode number 54 of Hoop Talk Fanatics. I am here with Lito Johnson, previewing the top college basketball games in the Philadelphia region. And I'm really excited to hear what his thoughts are on this upcoming season and everything else. So welcome.
No problem. Glad to be here, my man.
So my first question is, what are your thoughts on the Temple schedule, and what do you think about the recruits and how they would do?
And you said about what schedule now?
Temple.
Oh, Temple. Temple recruits. It's going to be something to see what's going on. The schedule. Aaron McKee's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole new cast of. A10's a medium tough schedule. You know, it's just one of those conferences that's going to come up. So right now, you know, just looking into their recruiting, just seeing what they're able to get is some big, but you know, I'm really looking them forward, just trying to see what happens because I've been into Penn State too. Mike Rose took over Penn State. LaSalle, Fran Duffy took over LaSalle. I'm really getting more into the Big Five because I do everybody, but you know, Philly is where I'm at. So, you know, Villanova has they look good. They look real good. Coach Howard came back as assistant coach. Big thing because Jay Wright was there. They had the big three, which was Baker Dunleavy, who is now head of general manager in charge of the NIL. And you got Coach Neptune, and then you got Coach Mike Nardi, shout out to all of them. Coach Dwayne Anderson. So St. Joe still has Billy Lang as the coach. I think St. Joe's going to be something with Billy Lang being an assistant, and the NBA is going to be something to look at. And, you know, Penn's going to work hard. I mean, Philadelphia ball. Temple has to make – it's just the new coach, and it's always hard to see where they're going to be at. So I just have some guys left, like Khalid Battle left. He battles with Arkansas. So, you know, there's some guys left that we're going to see how they end up doing. It's just going to be a tough road. I have, like, you know, I'm gonna go in because season, a lot of scrimmage games are starting. Blue White games. I got Sky Clark to talk to from Louisville real soon. I have an interview with him. But Temple is a team. I'm just trying to see where they go and what's the direction. It's always hard with a new coach. What's the direction? What's the offense? What's the chemistry?
Yeah.
How's he controlling the recruiting? Are recruits coming after the chick? Because McKee, if people don't understand, McKee brought recruits. He's an NBA guy. So I didn't really agree. I agree with Coach Howard being fighting LaSalle. But Fran Dunphy's a good coach. So we'll see what happens. You know, I really think as far as the Big Five, Villanova will be hard to beat because the transfer portal, they were number 4 in the country. Transfer portal, Hall Highpark came back home. Tyler Burton came, 19 points a game. TJ Bamba came back. He's from coming from Washington State. He's a guy that averaged 17 points a game. Mark Armstrong looks crazy strong, especially in the Team USA. Brandon Housen's a sharp shooter, deadly sharp shooter. So it's going to be Justin Moore is back with Eric. It's going to be a very tough unit. And Big East is tough. So it's going to be fun in Philly ball. Philly's fun right now. Philly's doing their thing, you know, going for the pennant. Really fighting for that, man. Bryce Harper is amazing. I love Bryce Harper. I think he's an unbelievable figure in baseball and sports. He's just such a heart and soul guy. And me talking about Philly is crazy. I mean, I go all day. You know, Philadelphia Eagles are 5-0. I think they'll take the Jets, of course. In my opinion, Jalen Carter and Darius Slay are out for Sunday. They won't play. They'll be out. Sprained ankle for Jalen Carter. It's not really a serious injury, but you know Philadelphia's always careful. So, but yeah, I'm sorry to go on the sports, but yeah, Temple will have a road right now. We'll just see who's going to be that second team. Who's going to be that second team? I think it'll be St. Joe, but we'll see what happens.
What do you think about Lucas Monroe transferring to Drexel?
Drexel, what are the Dragons gonna do, man? Like, it's real hard to see what the Dragons are really going to do. The City Six is different, you know. Are they going to win? Well, we'll see what happens. It's always a conference that we don't know what the CAA is going to do. We don't know how that's going to happen with Drexel. I mean, where are they going to head? Where are they going to go? I mean, that's another. These are schools like Penn. You know, Jordan Dingle, guys are gone. One guy went to St. John's. You know, these guys are trying to win. It's going to be real hard to see where Drexel goes from there. You know, Drexel. I mean, the last time you knew where Drexel was going, and it was a surprise. Malik Rose was playing. Malik Rose was playing for him, and they were in a tournament. You don't know where Drexel's going to go right now. Drexel's going to. It's always a surprise. Those conferences are always hard to big at. I'm also another guy that they're on my third page to go into the Drexel recruiting. Just so much stuff I'm doing. So it's like the Big Five is next week. I have to break down a lot of that. Penn State is next week as far as basketball. You know, Mike Rhodes is doing a great job, though, recruiting. Even Michael Shrewsbury took a lot of people with him, including his son, Brandon Shrewsbury, the 3-star. He took a lot of guys that were playing for Penn State. So Drexel's, they got to work hard, man.
What type of specific games are you looking forward to in the first 3 to 4 weeks of the season?
College basketball?
Yeah.
The first 3 games of Villanova. I mean, basketball, Duke and North Carolina. I really want to see who's the best blue blood. North Carolina is looking good, but they disappointed last year.
Yeah.
They disappointed. They had a good team last year. Everybody expected a lot, and it just didn't turn out. So I'm looking for the Duke North Carolina game. I'm also going to see when Louisville, Kentucky play each other, because Kenny Payne against Kentucky is going to be blood. It's going to be people mad, man. People are mad. Kenny Payne was a big time recruiter for Kentucky. Trenton Flowers, top recruit, and now he decommitted. It wasn't nothing to do with Payne. It was just that he got a contract to play for the NBL. And then the crazy part about that, the Louis fans lashed out. And I was death threats, and you know the mom hit me up, and I supported it. I was like, that was just totally uncalled for. I said it on Twitter. It's totally uncalled for. His mom hit me in the DM like, man, thanks for supporting my son. These kids make game time going to see you. Want to get paid? They get paid. Like, why would you get paid because he went to Australia?
Yeah.
Like, I think the craziest fan base, we talk about the pros, but the craziest fan base is a college. College fan bases will rip you to shreds in a couple of seconds. Rip you to shreds.
Yeah.
You could be committed to them. You decommit. Coach Neptune. The Villanova fans, Jesus, last year was unbelievable. Like how bad they tried to rip him to shreds. You're talking about a guy who, when Jay Wright retired, which surprised everybody. It was like a blind side, right? But they automatically are mad at Neptune for going 17-17. Do you know how you lucky he went that? This man had to get the recruiting class of Cam Whitmore, Brendan Housen, Mark Armstrong to come back. He had to get them to come back, like Stay did. And then you got to get players that, you know, when you recruit players, it's to your system. It's your system. These guys weren't for his system. These were for Jay Wright's system. So he had to make some type of winning with them guys. So it's crazy how, you know, fan bases, like, listen, you're a person that's on podcasts, you're a person that analyzes sports. Not everybody does that. Fan bases don't fans. They don't analyze, they don't look at reason. So I really don't like the fact, and these are kids we talking about. These are the students. These are I'm a grown man sport, which it is. You got L deals, you got money, Caitlin Clark just got State Farm first, no basketball, get State Farm. You got State Farm, give you money. She gonna be on commercials, man. We talking about State Farm. You get money while you in college. So
That's
it's a
crazy.
big, yeah, like State Farm usually, gets that. Oh, and the actors, NBA players, State Farm. And Caitlin Clark is like the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing.
Hmm.
Only the fan base tried to make that bigger than what it was. Okay, so what? Caitlin Clark is an unbelievable player. Angel Reese, unbelievable player, right? Just because she pointed at her ring. Everybody talks mess and sports, but y'all got to go and try to make it bigger than what it is. Those golden girls expect each other. They love each other. They laugh with each other, while everybody outside is making it their own war. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy game, man. The more money, this is the thing. The more money that gets involved, the more vultures come. This
Hmm.
is it, man. The money gets involved. Podcasts, media, like the Deion Sanders thing, man. Deion Sanders is arguably the greatest football player to
Hmm.
ever. I mean, he was must see TV, my man. He was must see TV. So of course he comes, you're gonna have famous people come. There's nothing wrong with that. Nick Saban is still a great coach, legendary coach. But there's two different. You don't hate on one. Nick Saban was like the hating part. I don't like to participate in that. I just don't like participating in that. Everybody should be able to get their money. I'm by anybody who's doing anything. I would
Hmm.
never. I just don't participate in that.
What are your expectations on LaSalle and Villanova?
LaSalle's, Fran Dunphy's a good coach.
Hmm.
Good coach. So, but LaSalle, like LaSalle wants to keep good coaches there to get recruits. We'll just see how that goes. The same thing with Drexel. Same thing with really the same thing with Temple. When you get a new coach, from you have grown for 10 years, you have to coach these guys into a system. Villanova, case in point, has veterans: Tyler Burton, Hakeem
Hmm.
Hart, Eric Dixon, Justin Moore. Mark Armstrong played in 2 Team USA games. Sophomore Brandon Housen, Chris Archidiakono played in Team USA games. Shout out to the Archidiakono family. I love that family. Colin Gillespie, that type of family. They always keep the same base in Villanova. It's about winning basketball games. There's 3 factors to Villanova: pass the ball, shoot the ball, and then you have to be able to have defense. That's what Villanova's built on. It's 3
Hmm.
things. So if you want to give me LaSalle, it's like Temple. Like, I just got to see what happens. Like, it's real hard. Look what Coach Neptune did last year. New coach,
Hmm.
right? 17 and
Yeah.
17. Nobody ever saw that coming for Villanova. But they're not being realistic, because that's a
Hmm.
guy who came from Fordham. They were 2 and 16. He coached them to a 16 and 16 total change. But nobody predicted that. It's a new coach. It's hard to predict where they're gonna go. And that was like Neptune's a good coach. People are gonna see.
Hmm.
So I think Nova, as far as it's a tough Big East. Creighton's good, Marquette's good. Bettino's coaching signs.
Hmm.
Georgetown's better. They got Thomas Sorber, Williams. George better at recruiting. So Villanova can win the Big East. Listen, Villanova can win the Big East. They're good. They're good. That blue-white game,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to, I mean,
I think
Jesus, who
I
I
think they
like.
can. Yeah, I think they can make make a ton of noise once the tournament gets underway.
Yeah, no question. There'll be a 20+ win team. They
Hmm.
have it. They have it. They're definitely a top 15 team in the nation right now as far as top 25. They're top 15. You could put them anywhere. I won't put them top 5 yet. They got to earn it. But between 10 and 15, you put them there. They really have their team, because nobody can tell you about basketball when the one and dones was popping off and nobody wanted them. Calipari took them, right? And it was like a fact. It was like, this is new. And he had guys like Marcus, Anthony Davis, John Wall. All the guys came in. Devin Booker was off the bench. Like he was getting them. Now people started to catch up to that. People started to coach. And you know what happened? As time went by, upperclassmen, juniors, seniors were staying with teams, now experiencing teams. Something like Wisconsin win, and UConn. You seeing them win, not the one and done teams, because Calipari ain't been to the championship in a long time. Villanova had 2016, 2018. Who do they have? Veterans.
Yeah.
Brian Archidiakono. Jalen Brunson was a rookie point guard. He started from the first day. Daniel Shefu was an upperclassman. Chris Jenkins. These guys were vets. Dante DiVincenzo was really a third-year player because Dante DiVincenzo got hurt, and he had the red shirt. So we were talking about vets that was on these teams. Michael Bridges was a junior when they won there. That was probably the best. 2018 probably had to be. Listen, if you don't call them the best team that ever played college basketball, you had to say they're one of the top 3 best national championship teams of all time. They were killing people. They were annihilating people. And then off the bench comes your MOP. Dante DiVincenzo, 32 points. But was no one and done teams before. See, so it's all about experience. That's how you win basketball. Period. That's just how it is. So I think Villanova. I think they have the team to win the championship, but I think when they finish the season, they'll be in the top 10, and I think they'll be in the Final Four. They'll be in the Final Four.
And my last question is, what are your thoughts on St. Joe's?
Billy Lange, man. Billy Lange. I think they'll do a good job this year. I don't know if it'll be the tournament, but I think they'll do a good job. You'll see a lot of winning this year. Now, the tournament is hard, man. I mean, but A-10 is not that hard to get. Are they ready to take the A-10? I think they'll be competing for it. How many games I think they'll win? If you ask me, between 18 and 19 games, I've got a little confidence because this team's been playing a little longer together. They got some upperclassmen. So, and then you got Billy Lange. Listen, he was assistant coach for the Sixers. So God knows. It's just like Arkansas. Arkansas got Eric Musselman, right? He was an assistant coach in the NBA. Notre Dame has Michael Shrewsbury, assistant coach in the NBA. This matters. This matters. These guys will bring recruits. They will bring recruits. They know the X's and O's. They know basketball. So all this matters. I think St. Joe's, out of all teams you asked me about Drexel, you asked me about LaSalle. I think St. Joe's will make they'll be tough. They'll be tough to beat.
I'm curious to see what then Greer does for them.
Welcome home. Yes, sir. Welcome home, Greer. And that brought some people. That was my guy, man, Lindgren Greer. I remember talking to him when Steph Lundy, I remember talking to him because Villanova was recruiting him. Steph Lundy was a Villanova target. And I remember talking to him when I was talking to Eric Dixon. Man, it was a good time. Abington and all them. Them guys it was some good team. Roman Catholic. Them guys were balling, man. Like Philadelphia basketball was good. I mean, it's like Joy Longino. It's another guy to watch out for, Villanova. Come off the bench. Come out of Germantown. Joy Longino's going to make some. Nobody's thinking about Villanova's bench. Just remind you this, on Villanova's bench, you're going to have Brandon Housen, possibly Mark. I think Mark Armstrong should start, but we'll see what happens. TJ Bamba could come off the bench, right? Lance Ware, another one. Lance Ware from Kentucky. He's going to do a lot of game changing. Watch his defense on both ends of the floor. It's like a leader. Calipari hated to lose him. You got guys like Njoku, 6'10", one of Delaware's top prospects, top 50 player. Everybody's forgetting about it. Trey Patterson's hurt, so we don't know when he'll be back. Geez, when you got guys like Joe Longino, Brandon Housen, TJ Bamba, to Mark Armstrong coming off the bench, that's going to be something to look at. Jordan Dumont did great in the Team USA. Did great. Dumont was hitting threes like it was nothing. When you switch to that bench and you got those players that can play, watch out. Chris Archidiakono, everybody talks about, oh, he's not that good. Chris Archidiakono is a ball player. He isn't the guy that's going to make for 20 points. He's going to play good defense. He knows how he's not going to make turnovers. He's going to be able to pass the ball. And he shot 38% from three last year. People have to recognize Villanova's going to be hard because when they switch to their second team, it's going to be crazy. But St. Joe, you'll see Len Greer. Len Greer going to cut up. Len Greer's going to cut up. He's home.
Yeah.
He's going to cut up, man. It's like DeAndre Swift with the Eagles. Look at him. He's cutting up 175 yards, 130. He's home. You know how good it feels to be home? That's why LaShawn McCoy didn't want to leave. He's from Harrisburg. You know, that's why Miles Sanders didn't want to leave. He's from Pittsburgh. When you're home, it hit different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Your cousins can come, your family can come, everybody, your crowd can come. So that's a good one. That's a good name to bring up. Len Greer is going to cut up this season. Going to cut up this season. No question. It'll be guys, and who brought him there? Billy Lange. He was assistant at Philadelphia. Why he came back? That's just like what's the guy? David Beatty came back to LaSalle. He was with a team. He transferred, but he came back home to Philly. You know, Fordham, Coach Neptune brought back DJ Gordon. No way Fordham would have got DJ Gordon. No way Fordham would have got Patrick Kelly, Abduti Sambala that was with Penn State. There's no way. There's no way without Coach Neptune, who was, listen, he's been one of the best recruiters in the nation for a long time, man. Like, how you think they won those championships? what? Jay Wright got time to go out on a recruit trip all the time. He had the three, Baker Dunleavy, Coach Howard, and Coach Neptune. They recruited all them guys. I remember talking to Coach Howard on the phone when he said, I like Justin Moore. Justin Moore gonna be the guy. I want him. That's who I want. And I'm like, okay, DeMatha Catholic. They got Justin Moore. Eric Dixon. Duke was trying to get Eric Dixon. And he was like, yeah, we got Eric. Told me on the phone. I was like, oh, okay. So I made the prediction. Boom. Eric Dixon comes. I mean, it's good to have Howard back. That's a key factor. That's something you need. Like just remember that. They just got 3 recruits. Matthew Hodge from Belgium. But he's a new prospect. Malcolm Thomas. I talked to Dwayne. Shout out to Dwayne Wise from Team Durant. I talked to him. I knew he was going to commit. And then Josiah Mosley from Texas. Man, did they go again? Brendan Housen. They got him from Texas. And they get another guy from Texas. So there might be a Villanova stop for a long time in Texas. Villanova football got Mitchell Bothwell, a 3-star tight end from Texas. And they got Eli Smith, a running back. I'm sorry I'm going to football, man. But Texas guys. There might be a new, watch out. Texas might be a new hit for Villanova.
Yeah, it's going to be a jam-packed upcoming season. And I'll definitely have you back on to recap a ton of games that will be starting up. And thanks for coming on.
No problem, man.
Thanks.